So I make videos here on YouTube all about how to start your own business and how to be successful in a lot of different aspects of your life. And one of the most common responses that I get to these videos about how to be successful or how to be more successful is people who say, well, that sounds nice, but really you're just lucky, right? In a lot of my videos, I share practical strategies on how to be more successful in some aspect of your life, and I get this response of people who say that sounds like it might work, but really the only reason that it's working for me is because I happen to be lucky. Now, first off, I just have to say that to anyone who is a hardworking person who has goals and is taking a lot of action to make those goals turn into reality, it's a little bit insulting to be told, oh, you're just lucky. But I also acknowledge the fact that there is this certain type of luck at play, just that positive things are coming into my life and I am receiving them, and in some regards, maybe more positive things are happening to me than to other people. And so in this video, I just wanted to explain exactly why I am more lucky than maybe some other people and how you can become more lucky yourself. And just in case you don't know me already, I just want to give you a couple examples of the sorts of things that I have been lucky with. One of them is this YouTube channel. I started it just about 8 or 9 months ago, and in that time I've grown it to over 35,000 subscribers, which is a really good rate of growth. And I've had a lot of people say, you know, I've been trying to grow my YouTube channel, but I only have a few hundred subscribers. What are you doing? You must be so lucky to have your channel growing so fast. Another example is I wrote and self-published a book, and it became an international bestseller. And a few years ago, I bought a house with almost no money down, and since the time that I bought it, it's gained over $100,000 in value and in equity now. And I just share that to give you some ideas and examples of things that I've done in the past few years that have been perceived by others as being very lucky, and I'm certainly very thankful for them, but I have a slightly different perspective on exactly what was happening there. And also, I have a weird little disclaimer about this video, which is just that I don't exactly believe in luck necessarily, but I'm using the term luck and the term lucky to just describe the positive random chance things that happen to different people. Some people seem to have more of these positive chance things happen to them, and other people seem to have less of them happen to them. And that's all I mean by saying a person is lucky or not lucky or more lucky, and I'm just using it as a descriptive term, but I don't necessarily believe in luck. It just kind of depends on how you describe it. But I don't necessarily believe in luck per se. It would really depend on the definition that you use. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's jump into how to be more lucky yourself. A pretty common definition of luck is when preparedness meets opportunity. So basically, when you are ready to receive something positive and then you happen upon a circumstance, an opportunity where there's something positive to receive, and because you're ready to receive it, you're able to receive it. So for example, with my YouTube channel, the opportunity was that people were ready to receive a channel like this one, and I was prepared to meet that opportunity by creating the channel and creating good quality content on the channel. I am a firm believer that you can control or at least strongly influence both sides of this equation, so you can both become more prepared and you can increase the likelihood of positive opportunities coming into your life. So first, let's talk about being prepared for these lucky situations. Now, obviously, there are thousands, in fact, innumerable ways that you can prepare yourself in life. You could pack a survival backpack and stow it away in your trunk in case you run into an emergency situation. You could prepare yourself for starting a business by getting your MBA. You could wear a camera around your neck all the time just in case you run into your favorite celebrity. Or you could prepare yourself for just in case you get into a position of great leadership by practicing your public speaking skills. And so while it might not hurt to prepare yourself in all of these random ways, the chances of this random way you prepared yourself lining up with a random chance that happens into your life is pretty slim, and so you'll probably be wasting your time and effort if you prepare yourself for random possible situations. And so instead, I would suggest a more strategic approach of preparing yourself for specific circumstances that you want to encounter and that you're planning planning on pursuing opportunities for. So, for example, I wanted to become a best-selling author, and so how I prepared myself for that opportunity that came my way was by writing the book. Now, I know that that might seem obvious, and if you want to write a bestseller, you might say, well, I have to do a whole lot more than just write a book, but writing the book is the very most important, biggest step that you have to take in order to write a bestseller. And so how I prepared myself for that opportunity was I woke up at 5 a.m. every morning for an entire month and wrote the entire book. Preparing yourself doesn't have to be extremely complicated, although it might take some upfront work. But the most important step for preparing yourself is deciding what you're preparing yourself for. So first off, you have to have some priorities and goals, and I've made plenty of videos in the past about how to develop big goals around your priorities, and here's a link you can click to one of them up in the corner there. And your goals are basically lucky things that you are hoping and planning on having happen to you. So maybe you want to be lucky enough to own your own home, lucky enough to become a millionaire, lucky enough to find the love of your life. Whatever it is, turn that aspiration into a tangible goal and then figure out what you need to do to prepare yourself for that situation in the future. Alright, so now let's talk about the other side of the equation, which is controlling the opportunities that come into your life, or at least increasing the likelihood that these positive opportunities do come to you. Now, I think that this is the aspect of luck that people think is so far beyond their control that it's not even worth their time or effort to prepare themselves to meet the situation, because the situation probably won't happen to them anyway. But there are actually a lot of ways that you can find these positive opportunities, and it all starts by looking for them. So how you find the opportunity really depends on what the lucky thing that you're hoping will happen to you is, but here are a few examples. Let's say you want to meet the love of your life. Well, instead of just staying at home and watching movies on Friday night, you could choose to join a club based around something that you're interested in, where you could probably meet people who have similar interests to you. Also, whenever you're around new people, instead of waiting for other people to come up to you and talk to you, maybe looking at that cute guy across the room, hoping that he comes over and talks to you, you can take the initiative. You can introduce yourself to people. You can even ask people out. I know it's a crazy concept. I know it's super scary. I know it's so much easier to just get on one of those dating apps and hope that you find someone else who happens to be looking too, but really, you can ask people out and it works. Or let's say that you want to buy your dream house. So maybe you've been preparing yourself for this lucky situation by working on increasing your income and saving money, but how you can create the opportunity to buy your dream house is by regularly looking at house listings and finding houses that are good deals, and eventually finding one that is both a really good deal and a house that you really like. So those are just a couple really specific examples of how you can increase the likelihood of lucky circumstances coming into your life. And then for a little bit of more general advice, if you surround yourself with positive, lucky people, then you will find a lot more opportunities come into your life, because you will see what situations are happening to these other people. You will learn better how to put yourself in similar situations, and those people will also probably share opportunities with you because they have so many good opportunities in their life that sometimes they have to pass on them, and so they say, hey, do you want to do this? And I know that maybe right now you don't have friends like that, and you think, I'd have to be lucky to get friends like that, but that is also something that you can make happen for yourself. You can go and join clubs yourself, you can work on increasing your education and getting a better job so that you are around people of a higher circle of influence. There are lots of different things that you can do to invite these positive people into your life. Alright, so far we've talked about the two different sides of this main equation of both becoming more prepared and then finding more opportunity. But now I just want to share kind of a big picture thing about being lucky versus not being lucky. First off, you have to understand that this is absolutely a sliding scale. It's not like some people are not lucky and some people are lucky. It's not like that at all. Some people are more lucky and other people are less lucky, maybe, although most of it comes down to just how you perceive your circumstances. Because there's not a black and white objective way to say this person is lucky and this person is not lucky, it really just comes down to how you perceive your own circumstances. If you keep a positive frame of mind and you focus on the positive things that are coming into your life and the lucky things that are happening to you, then you will notice those things a lot more and you will perceive yourself to be a lucky person, which is ultimately what you're after here, right? Alternatively, if you're focused on the negatives and you're always looking for the bad things that are happening in your life, then you will see yourself as a very unlucky person that nothing positive ever happens to. And to take this even a step further, if you're focused on the negative things, then when those lucky opportunities come into your life, you won't even notice them because you're so focused on the negative, and you will let those opportunities just pass you by, and then you will use that as proof to yourself that you are not lucky. You'll say, oh, lucky opportunities never happen to me. That's great for Gillian because she has all these great opportunities and she takes advantage of them, but those things don't even happen to me, so I don't even have a chance. But honestly, most of the same opportunities that come my way probably come your way too. People who say, I'm so lucky because my YouTube channel is growing so well. I have to ask them, have you even started a channel yourself? Have you been posting videos really consistently? Are they consistently good quality? I've been posting 2 good quality videos every single week for months and months now, and my channel has blossomed. But most of the people who say, how are you doing it? I go and I look at their channel and they've only posted like 5 videos over the course of the last 8 months, and they're wondering why their channel isn't growing. My point here is just that it doesn't really make sense for them to be saying, oh, you must just be lucky, when they haven't really even tried. So it seems to me like that isn't really luck, that is just the people who put in the work get the results. And I'm using this as an example, but I think that this applies to a lot of things in life. Whenever we look at someone else and we're like, how did they get there? They must be so lucky. This must have just happened to them. You're not really seeing the behind the scenes, whether it's a celebrity or a successful business person or just your neighbor who seems to have it all together. Sure, they might have had some great opportunities come their way, they probably did, but they also probably worked really hard to get to where they're at today. And to summarize these ideas of how to be more lucky and how to create your own luck, it all comes down to deciding in what way you want to be lucky, basically setting goals. Then preparing yourself for those situations in advance so that when the opportunities come your way, you are ready to receive them. Then increasing the odds of those opportunities coming your way by putting yourself in places where it's more likely for these lucky things to happen to you and actually taking action. Next, understand that you will only notice those positive opportunities if you are in a positive frame of mind focused on positive things and you are actually looking for the opportunities. And finally, recognize that a lot of luck really just comes down to hard work and the part of the behind the scenes that you never see. So if you want more lucky things to happen to you in the future, then you need to figure out exactly what you would need to do in order to make those things happen, and then just get to work. At first, of course, it might be difficult and slow going, but I find that the more you put yourself in the right situation and you just start taking action, the more things seem to flow, the easier it gets, and the more it stops feeling so much like hard work and starts actually feeling like you're more lucky. To come full circle back to my best-selling book example, first I was doing the hard work of writing the book and just smashing out those pages, and that just felt hard and that did not feel like luck. But once I finally got the book written and edited and got all of that taken care of, then things started to flow and it got easier and easier and easier, and by the time my book finally came out and it started to climb the charts, it really did just feel like my book was very lucky. So I know that the topic of luck can seem very woo-woo and impractical, but I hope that this video put a practical spin on the idea or concept of luck and helped you understand how you can take practical actions in your life to make yourself more lucky and make more lucky things happen to you. And as I said at the beginning, I don't exactly believe in luck. I think a lot of it comes down to hard work and putting yourself in the right place at the right time. So what this video is really about is how to make more good things happen to you. Anyway, I hope that you really enjoyed this video and got a lot out of it. I had a lot of fun making it because I haven't talked about topics like this in the past. So if you want to hear more about how to be more lucky or how to be more successful in the future, then make sure that you leave me a comment down below and let me know. Also, I would love to hear what is the luckiest thing that has ever happened to you, and what do you believe about luck? Is luck a real thing? Are some people luckier than others? What makes some people luckier than others? Share your opinion down in the comments because I know that this is kind of a controversial topic. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do that now. Just click that subscribe button down below because I make 2 videos on YouTube every single week about intentional living, entrepreneurship, and success, and I would love to have you join me for the next one. Okay, well that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.